I think somebody sent it to me, or I might have actually just wanted to watch this video here, because I saw it on my timeline thing, whatever it's called. It's called "Can Anyone Be a Millionaire" by Jubilee, and I think that all of these people are millionaires. I think all these are all like millionaire children, you know, which means that they're not really, yeah, they're all teen millionaire, which means that they haven't earned any of it, right? Because you literally cannot be a successful teenager. It's just, but let's see. I'm curious about it. Let's see what we got here.
Anyone can make themselves a millionaire.
The trade.
I mean, technically, anybody could become anything, I guess, but it's extraordinarily unlikely, especially without massive amounts of nepotism. There's no way that you at 17 are ever going to be able to earn like anything really without massive help from like your parents and stuff. You know, they obviously didn't earn it themselves. So, damn, I thought he died from that. Doesn't really matter.
$2 million is insane.
But it's still possible for them to do it.
It's
no?
possible, but to say anyone?
How are people going to, in a third world country, make money to be a millionaire?
Then maybe the way to become a millionaire from one of those countries is get out of the country.
Just leave the country. Oh, I'm gonna come. Sorry. Guys, have any of these poor people ever thought about just moving? Sorry that I said I'm gonna come. Inappropriate. But what kind of an argument is to say like, oh, maybe they'll just leave the country? They just move. You're poor, just move. Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. You don't have any money, just use your money and leave. Incredible stuff.
You can't just get out of the country. I'm somebody.
I understand that. No, you don't. You just said it.
Oh, hey there. Did you know that with AI's advancement, you too?
What the fuck was that, man? I don't even know what just happened, bro. That was insane.
Let's get into the episode.
What is he doing? Oh, yeah.
I would only date a millionaire.
I mean, if I was a millionaire, I guess. Well, no, I'm a man, so if I was a millionaire, I would probably just date whoever I want, you know. Women tend to want a guy who makes more money than them. But hey, you do. Let's move on.
One, go.
Which one is yes? Okay. Wow. The only honest guy in the room.
Hell no. The person I want to date, I want to be able to show them, you know, all those experiences firsthand. Like,
I hope that you mean that, and you're not just trying to find somebody that you have an incredible amount of power over, because you know, I wasn't. I don't know. 18-year-old guys, 18-year-old people in general, obnoxious, but 18-year-old guys, bro, they're not very good with boundaries. I'm just gonna be honest with you, you know. But okay.
I've been with girls who have money, and it's like the worst thing ever. Like,
yeah,
for example, like the one thing for me, and it's a test I do, is like, for example, if a girl knows how to get into my car, like my Lamborghini, like you have to like specifically know how to open the door. I specifically let them figure it out. If they figure it out, that's the last date. Seriously.
This is the most unlikable person so far that I've seen.
That's the last date we're going on.
I want my husband to be like a really good dad and be like morally correct. And if he doesn't have a lot of money, you know what, that's fine. I don't know if men really are comfortable with that, to be completely honest. From my personal experience, they're not. They want to be the ones providing, which kind of sucks. But, you know, personality and morals and like their mindset is way more important than money.
Hold on, I want to see what that kid, the other kid, what it said that his job was before. And entrepreneur and business consultant? You know, that's not a job. That's daddy gave you a job. Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. What do you do for work? I'm an entrepreneur and a business consultant. What are you, Hunter Biden? You didn't get any of this. You didn't earn any of this. The fuck are you talking about? What do you consult for what? Yeah, you know, how thick do you think the balls should be in the playpen? Yeah, this is something that I know a lot of people need to consult me on. I'm an 18-year-old child. You know, I'd say like, I don't even know. I don't know. What's the circumference of the ball? What should it be? What feels the best for you when you jump into the ball pit? That's a good question. What is this?
Husband to be like a really good dad and be like morally correct. And if he doesn't have a lot of money, you know what, that's fine. I don't know if men really are comfortable with that, to be completely honest. From my personal experience, they're not. They want to be.
What did she do? Did they say? They didn't say what she did, I don't think.
Providing, which kind of sucks, but, you know, personality and morals and like their mindset is way more important than money.
I feel like money doesn't define a person at all. Like if I'm going to date you, it's for your personality.
Okay, millionaire at 6 years. Okay, designer, entrepreneur, reality TV star. Everyone's an entrepreneur because when you have infinite amounts of money, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, I have millions of dollars. I'm gonna go do a business that will fail, but it means nothing. The mistake of a poor person.
Pajama Pro super chatted $6.31. Hey Papagat. I really mean when I say you're an actual
Thank you.
inspiration
I
and a
know.
masculine role model. Honestly gave me the teaching my own father didn't. Less than 3.
I appreciate that. I truly do. Thank you so much for the like I was saying though, when a rich person makes a mistake by becoming an entrepreneur and selling the shitty makeup that everyone else does, that's just rich people engaging. When a poor person makes the mistake of wanting to eat fast food one day a week, that's probably more money than they should have, and then they have an unexpected tire pop, that they're a loser, right? Like that's how our world operates. Oh, you just worked 12 hours and you wanted a Happy Meal with a toy? You piece of shit. But if you're rich and you want to spend $100,000 on a failed makeup business, that's perfectly reasonable. That's just perfectly reasonable. Guys, it's based. It's based. So, was she doing at 6? Her parents were bringing her around and being like, "Look at my baby, put it on TV." Like that's literally what was happening. And then she was white, a white girl.
$2.
Not trying to be an
Isabella
asshole.
was boss baby.
Exactly, Isabella was literally boss baby, and she let's be real, she's a white girl, and that's why I'm not trying to be rude, but like what. Everybody's like, "Oh, look at your cute baby." Oh, let's not get too woke here. But it's the truth.
Personality, not your looks, not your money. I don't care. From personal experience, money has absolutely nothing to do with a relationship.
Wow,
So-
that's insane because money is an incredibly important factor in every relationship. But okay, point of personal privilege.
I agree with you guys, but as a woman, I don't want to be the one paying the bills and taking care of their house. And so for me, like, you don't have to be the richest person in the world.
I guess she's rich and a little conservative. Okay, fair enough.
But if I'm going to be a millionaire or multimillionaire or whatever it is, I
CEO of financial e-learning platform, Millionaire in 19. Okay, sure.
at least want to be the person that encourages you to do the same. But
Okay.
I don't want to be. I've had it
Damn, she just switched up. Second she got pushed back.
done before, and it's been the most exhausting thing because it's like you can be the sweetest man ever, but if we go out and I'm paying for everything and I'm doing everything, it's too much. That's why I'm just like I somewhat agree that I need you to be a millionaire, or at least be making enough money to where I'm fully taken care of, and then we can be a powerhouse together, like Beyonce
We already are fully taken care of, but I understand. Like this is like, there's a lot of women who want a guy that's richer than them.
and Jay-Z. So.
I think
Yeah,
Regardless.
a lot of the
Always.
times it's different
Not
from
always,
a
but-
girl's perspective versus a guy. I think girls want to be taken care of. I think that's a beautiful thing. I've always just been the one to take care of girls
CEO of digital developing. Okay.
and pay for everything. It's just, I think as a guy, you should be doing that.
But I mean, on this topic, my point is you brought up something saying, oh, if the girl doesn't know how to open up my car door.
Crypto entrepreneur. This is the worst one. He just gambled and he won. Yeah, I put everything into Dogecoin, and it just worked out. Life just fucking fell into my lap. Okay.
Or I wouldn't even date her. I feel like, I feel like it's ever so selfish because you feel like, oh, I want to get happiness by making this girl, spending money on her. But at the same time, I feel like
Maybe I'm just jealous. Maybe I'm just jealous sitting in my house. I mean, I'm very fortunate and blessed. Bless up, guys. God bless. I'm sitting here in my fucking house, and I'm just sweating my balls off because I have shitty sideway opening windows, so I have to have some bullshit ass floor AC instead of a real air conditioner. Just it's life, Maybe I'm just resentful.
like the only binding factor in your relationship is money at that point, right? Because if you stop providing money to her, then she gets used to that lifestyle. Then she's like, okay, I'm gonna find someone else. The reason I say that is because I wasn't looking at it like a sense of like that, but more like getting used for it. Like girls will want to go on dates with you because you can take them to that dinner.
Well, doesn't this guy say he wanted girls that weren't rich? Wouldn't you be more likely to be used by a not rich girl? What is he talking about?
They want all of that. So I feel like that's very common that they will use you for that. And it's like it's a thing I'm scared of, like it's happened
What a struggle.
to me many times. So it's like,
Good.
I said it like that
sorry.
and it sounded kind of crazy. And everyone was like, oh, what the hell? But like, you know what I mean? Like, it's common. Girls will only come to you because you have the Lambo, because you make the money, and they don't care about you, So that's what I was kind of
That's why it's a privilege to be poor, guys, because then that she really wants to be with you.
going at. I like a girl who just doesn't care about money at all,
Something that I do whenever I meet people is I don't
A YouTuber? Oh, well, that's a hard job. I know from experience. Oh.
tell them my name. I don't tell them my Instagram. I don't
Who
want
the fuck is she? I've never seen this woman before. How the fuck is she a YouTuber? Or Instagram. Look at that.
them to be able to search me up, know how much money I make, know where I live, and know the lifestyle that I live, because that's how I avoid people using me for money.
Yeah, I have 2 different Instagrams, so like.
Me too. Me too.
I have one Instagram I'll send to them, and like if it kind of tests, if they look through it, there's no cars, nothing flashy. It's like
Yeah. Okay, this is our YouTube. I guess she's been, let's see, oldest. What's your kind of content? Oh, my new album. What the fuck is this? Volleyball. Wow, how did she come? Oh, good for her. Good for her. Okay.
me and my mom in like Marshall's clothing, and like if they with that, like then we go on,
No, I actually have a rule. If you know who I am, you're officially like off the list. Like I cannot talk to you at all.
Okay.
Because
Oh my God.
what happens is
Poor guys.
in the past, like when I've met guys and they know like what I do, we'll go out and I'm like, okay, we're going out to dinner. I look nice and everything. And then they're like, so do you know if you could teach me how to trade?
Like Pokemon cards?
Like, okay. And it's just like dread the
There's
rest
no
of the
way
night.
that's happening.
No.
Like there's a guy
He
that
like pulls out like a notebook.
It's
He's
like the
ready.
number one thing.
This guy looks uncomfortable. You see that?
No.
Like there's a guy
Not him. He's just weird.
Like pulls out like a notebook.
It's
He's
like
like,
the
Same though. This guy just looks uncomfortable. Look at him.
number one thing.
He's like, I wish I was home playing League of Legends or something. I don't know. That's the meme. The meme. You know what I'm referring to? I'm hip. All right.
My name is Kelly OG, and I am the biggest secret that you've probably never heard, which is okay because it's a secret. My net worth is about $20 million.
What do you think makes
incredible.
you a great entrepreneur?
It's money.
My relentlessness to never give up. I've never believed that I couldn't do anything. Even in the cases where it was probably not the most likely, I've just always worked towards it, saying one day it's gonna come. And I think that work ethic and tenacity just continue to compound and roll over and snowball itself into what I have today.
It is easier to make money if you're white.
Oh my god. I talk about iDubbbz. What could have happened about iDubbbz? You know, you could let me know. Okay. Anyway, it's easier to make money if you're white. No, I don't think so. You know how much they charge at those damn nail salons, bro? Those fucking hair salons? Crazy. Realistically speaking, like really quick, the higher chance if you're white to have better opportunities starting in your life. And that's pretty much it. At that point, I don't think that there's that much of an issue. It's more about like how you started. But I guess maybe there's some disparities. So here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Let's see. I imagine all of them are gonna say like not. Let's see what we got here.
My mentor is now
I would just stand. I don't even know what I would do. Like, what's that? Have like a
white,
what's
and
happening?
he's worth $204 million. So I think I've seen it firsthand. Most of my friend group is white,
What?
and
Okay.
my mentor is not white, and he's worth $204 million.
Well, what's your mentor's name? Show me a picture. What do you mean by not white? What is he like? What does that mean? Is he Jewish or something? Yeah, I'm just saying. People like Nick Fuentes think that's not white. I just want to know. I'm just curious.
So I think I've seen it firsthand. Most of my friend group is not whites, and they do very well for themselves.
I would say you're almost an exception with what the majority is. I think
Okay, yeah.
majority-wise, if you look at just the demographic of the United States, whenever you think of trust fund babies, whenever you think of houses in the Hamptons, whenever you think of that luxury lifestyle, it's not usually the black demographic or people
right
of
about
color
that.
in general. For example, when slavery was a thing, white people had a 200-year head start to start their businesses, to set up their families for success.
It's more than just 200 years, to be real.
And all that. So when black people finally had the opportunities, which was not until recently 1965, to really be in the same rooms as white people, you're looking at a large discrepancy in time and success and achievement. So I think just naturally in general, white people are taken as more serious because
All right,
of
yeah,
the
sure, there's not
stereotypes that
wrong.
have been put on people of color. So that's
Maybe,
where I'm like,
sure.
I agree with that statement. Not saying that people of color cannot be successful,
Okay.
but just saying that it's more likely for someone who is white to have better opportunities than someone who isn't.
She's right. Sure.
I mean, maybe in past generations, what you're saying is 100% true, right? If you're
No, I think that she's got a good point.
based on race, people perceive you differently. But I feel like now this new generation, you can become wealthy from the internet, right? Like you're in Forex, I'm in crypto. I don't have to have any face on the products I create.
Right, but then you'd say that there's a higher chance if you're white that you'll have more disposable income, especially as a kid, like a teenager, which when you guys got rich, than like a black person would generally have, right? So,
It
sure.
doesn't matter what race I am because if they don't know who I am selling the products to them, I don't think it's at, a valid point today than it used to be in previous generations.
I agree. Your face doesn't always have to be tied to it. So, I mean, she changed my mind a little bit
Yeah.
because I feel like I was a little bit too harsh because you did make like a really good point. Statistically, you were 150%
yeah.
correct. Like you were right. But I think in my firsthand experience, just the people I've been around, a lot of them are not white and they are successful. So that's
There are a lot of white people in this room, though. All I'm gonna say is usually Jubilee tries to do their best to just have as few white guys as possible. They they try to be more diverse. So one of two things happen. Either one, they knew they were going to ask this question, and they wanted to perpetuate this idea that like white people have it much easier, which isn't necessarily wrong, or they couldn't find a lot of non-white teenage millionaires, which is also very possible. Sure, okay.
That's why I was like so all the way to the right now, like here.
I think we forget that not everybody's job is online, and not everybody's job you can hide behind a screen, and most people work everyday jobs in person doing, customer service where people have to look at them. So I think if we're talking about if it's easier to make money as a white person, I would say yes, because applying to jobs, most of the time if they go into an interview and they're a person of color, they're probably less likely to get that job than a white person, and also a white person is probably gonna get paid more than a person of color. We've seen it in the statistics, so I think it is easier to make more money as a white person.
I think two things specifically.
Yeah, it's more like if two people have the exact same opportunities, and then like it's not a big deal, but white people tend to have more opportunity. Right?
For one, although I'm right here,
from birth.
Indians make the most amount of money in America when it comes to any racial demographic group, which is great. So shout out to the Indians. But two, with that being said,
don't Asian people do too?
Remember?
I guess Indians are considered Asian. Huh?
When I started my business, I had a very in-depth conversation with my father, and he said, Jay, if I were you, I would highly recommend staying behind the scenes and letting a white man run the business, because they get along with people a little bit better than we do, just because people don't understand Indians. But even in that, you could develop yourself to be a great CEO regardless. I mean, there's huge companies in America that they're all ran by Indian Americans or Indians.
Starbucks.
I mean, whether it's Google, whether it's Microsoft.
Yeah. Starbucks is non-white.
I mean, these are all...
Just can't go anymore. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't go anyway. It's too expensive. For what,
Ran by Indian Americans. I'm Jay. I'm the CEO and principal of Modere. Google, whether it's Microsoft, I mean, these are all ran by Indian Americans. I'm Jay. I'm the CEO and principal of Modere. A quick 30 seconds in regard to who I am. I started programming at the age of 9. At 11, I started freelancing. I got my first contract with a local salon.
9/11, dude. Fucking psyop.
To build their website. And then at 14 is when I got my first large contract with a Fortune 500 company.
Hey, well, this sounds like a pretty big luck situation. That's why you should have your kids do computer shit. It's the way of the future.
I dropped out of high school to pursue my agency full time. And at 18, I moved to Dallas, Texas. I'm originally from Flaunting, Pennsylvania.
I'm Isabella, and I am a designer, entrepreneur, and reality TV star.
Why?
I started out on reality TV on the show Toddlers and Tiaras.
Oh, Lord. Bro, we got to get rid of fucking modeling for children. It's disgusting. Let's just be real. It's fucking weird and disgusting.
I was 6 years old when I was named one of the youngest self-made millionaires, and I really loved fashion, so I...
Self-made. You were 6 years old. Your parents literally held you in front of a camera and sexualized you for money as a toddler, or as a kid, whatever age of the 6 years old. That's how you got your fucking... it's almost tragic, to be honest with you. That's terrible.
Created my first brand, which was a suit and blazer line. Sold that to JCPenney for private labeling. Started a jewelry company where you're into accomplishment bracelets. I created House of Beretti, which is now my global business, which has made me more than $1 million now. And I'm also writing a book called 18's Guide to Business.
Yeah, you know what? I took a good shit this morning, so fuck you. How's that? I'm successful too.
To show people how to become who I am today.
I have flaunted my wealth. 3, 2, 1, go.
I mean, some of them are wearing designer stuff. The one guy has a fucking Lamborghini. I'm gonna be real with you though. If I had a lot of money, I'd flaunt it a little bit too. I would go to listen. I mean, differently. I probably wouldn't get watches and stuff, but I'd get a decent car. Nothing crazy. If I had $1 million, I'd get $100,000 car. Nothing wild, to be honest with you. Just like a Hellcat. And I'd go to Disney frequently with my wife, and we'd go on a lot of vacation. We'd take pictures. That's what I would consider flaunting my wealth. So,
I was bullied as a kid, so flaunting my wealth was kind of my way of saying, "Hey, I made it." And kind of looking back at it, I wasn't as satisfied as I thought I would be. I thought, "Oh, I got the Lambo."
I don't know that this kid got bullied. I feel like he was he just looks like a bully. I don't know. I could just be wrong.
And everyone's like, "Oh my God,"
I agree, and I feel like I don't flaunt it, but I've worked very hard. So if I want to post my nice car, I'm going to post my nice car because I made the money to buy that. I want to post me buying something at Gucci. I'm going to do that because I worked hard for that. It's not flaunting.
Okay.
It's more of self,
You're proud.
Yeah, I'm proud of it. Exactly.
Do you ever feel guilty doing that? Because sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I agree with you on I used to get bullied like crazy.
Yeah. I just.
For what? You guys were making bullied for what? Okay.
I feel guilty because I'm some people they won't have this opportunity, or maybe they will.
I guess I just don't care because they're millionaires. But that they all had incredibly easy upbringings.
I just my mindset around it. I feel bad sometimes, but at the same time, it's not like we're trust fund kids. We worked for it.
Anyone have a trust fund?
I wish.
No.
So like they're dude, it doesn't matter if they have a trust fund. Their parents have a lot of money and we're able to position them to be successful exponentially more easily than anybody else on like all of them. I guarantee. Probably all of them came from like pretty solid. Like even it's just a fact. I hate this idea that's like, most millionaires are self-made because they don't actually get an inheritance or a trust fund. That's not what it's about. It's about your parents having enough money to just give you everything, have you in a nice school district, have you like get nice shit, better opportunity for everything. That's all it comes down to. Like less financial stress. Like it's nothing to do with who has a fucking trust fund.
No.
No.
Okay, continue.
I definitely remember when I first started making a little bit of money, I would have those little corny Instagram flexes on.
Why is she sitting down?
I definitely remember when I first started making a little bit of money, I would have those
Are the boots so uncomfortable that she can't stand up?
little corny Instagram.
Oh, you only have one yacht? Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, you don't have a fucking lake house on a man-made lake in Pennsylvania? You poor piece of shit. Fuck you.
Instagram flexes on your story. I won't lie.
Like
was like a
the
watch.
watch.
Yeah, it definitely was. It was like
on the steering wheel.
Yeah, I've done it.
right. It was like
Why do you even have a watch? I get sweaty and I get a rash. Like I got a phone. Let's see. And that's how I look at my phone now. I got this picture of my wife in my phone, too. Like this is my favorite picture of my wife. I'm trying to get back to it. It's just a picture of her with a silly Snapchat filter. I like that picture a lot. It's a nice picture. It's cute, you know. It's like it's like a meme, but like that's for some reason like, guys like the weirdest looking pictures of their partners.
Like, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But I think as I've grown up a little bit, it's not really. I don't do it as much.
I've just posted a video flying first class. Almost every single one of my thumbnails have NYC penthouse in it. So I do, I'm in strongly agree because I do flaunt it. But
that's content that we could all make. NYC penthouse.
For me, the reason why I do it is, first of all, it's clickable. Everyone wants to, see how does she do that? But also people can go back and see how I started and see how I grew myself up to there. And I get a lot of comments all the time being like, wow, it's so cool seeing you grow up from living in your friend's basement to now a penthouse.
Wow,
and
beautiful.
I think the difference for me, instead of feeling like I'm showing off and stuff, is because I'm showing people how I did it in hopes to inspire people
No, I haven't watched the new Minions movie. I'm sorry.
That aren't living this lifestyle, that maybe live the lifestyle that I used to, that it is achievable, and that if they want to live this lifestyle, potentially they could.
That's not what you're doing. She's trying to make it seem like she's like being very virtuous. That's not what you're doing. You're just flaunting your shit. And do it. Do flaunt all of your shit. God bless. But don't pretend that you're doing it. It's like, oh, anyone could do it. No, you make money doing it, showing off an unrealistic lifestyle, and people engage in it because they're living through you. No, but you're not showing people that they can do it too. It's not happening at all. It's the same shit that like fucking people say when they're pushing a Hustlers University fucking 4.0. I'm just showing you how to do it. Shut up.
My name is Mai. I'm a YouTuber, and I'm also the founder of my clothing line, Alchemy. I'm 20 years old now, but I made my first million when I was 18.
Wow.
I've just been doing YouTube
Hard
for
work.
a very, very, very long time, but I feel like when I was younger and I wasn't making that much money, I learned how to budget my money a lot. So honestly, what drives me to do what I do every single day is just to be able to provide for the people around me and to be able to...
I worked really hard. Okay. Yeah, that's what we need. We need a Jubilee video where millionaires get humbled by working class people. I will go to my fucking old job and I will hand pick the guys. I'm gonna hand pick the fucking 70-year-old who's still working on large transit buses because he has to provide for his fucking family. All right, I'm gonna pick the guys that are missing teeth because they can't afford the fucking dentist. I'm gonna pick the guys that are working 2 jobs, like busting their shit, and then I want to hear them say, "I worked really hard for my million at 18," and so that they can all just get laughed at. That's what I want. That's the video I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. I worked so hard to make my millions by 18, and you got the fucking 45-year-old fucking Hispanic guy who's like not even like he's literally an immigrant from El Salvador on his second job, working from like 6 in the morning to like fucking 10 at night, and taking like a little nap in between. And you tell him about how hard you fucking work every day. That's what I want to fucking hear. I worked so hard today. We need to see this happen. I don't even want them to respond. I just want to hear them laugh. Like, just laugh at them. There's no reason to engage with it. I just want to hear them laugh. Like, what is hard work to you? This is fucking crazy.
Inspire as many creatives as I possibly can. Like, that is my main motive at this point. It's not for financial purposes anymore.
Because you make too much money. You don't, and it's bullshit. You obviously want to make money. It's just like all virtuous nonsense. I'm the virtuous rich guy. Get out of here. We're communists now. We are overthrowing the bourgeoisie, dude. Fuck you. Until I become it, then I'm gonna be like, guys, I'm just doing this for virtuous.
My name is Yusuf.
Okay.
And I'm a crypto entrepreneur. I was learning stocks and investing at quite a young age. I'm 10 years old.
He had too much money that his dad gave him or his mom gave him, and he invested and he got lucky. That's what happened. He was able to study it, learn it. You were able to make plenty of mistakes that you were easily able to recover from. I wonder how many thousands of dollars he lost before he hit the right thing.
And I go into drop shipping. Then after around maybe like 20 attempts of failed,
drop shipping.
One really big hit. And then in 2018 I bought Bitcoin.
See? What did I say?
Shipping. Then after around maybe like 20 attempts of failed stores, I hit one really big hit.
He failed 20 times gambling money or dropshipping and spending tens of thousands of dollars of his parents' money, and then it finally clicked for him. Because when you're rich, you can make as many mistakes as you want. When you're poor, you cannot. Not everybody can do this. Okay, I just had a small loan of $1 million. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
And then in 2018, I bought Bitcoin, Ethereum, other altcoins like Zilliqa and VeChain. And in 2021, I created my own cryptocurrency and I started helping other people.
Pump and dump, baby.
By building their cryptos for them. It was like, it was a level up system. I did this, then I wanted that, and it just kept progressively getting better, I feel.
That's just how life,
We should do a group trip to St. Bart's.
No, like please.
Let's just go somewhere I've never heard of before because we're rich.
We should actually.
Can you please do a group trip, y'all?
You're paying, right?
Of course. Liz, are you free next week? We're all going to St. Bart's. We'd love for you to come.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to. Let me just
I smug fucker. I don't know, man. I just don't like them.
We'll
collect all my credit cards.
We should actually.
You know how crazy that would be?
Dude, we'll go here to Miami. Dude.
All right. We'll make it happen.
All
I
right.
wish I was a JoJo's character right now.
All right, let's get serious, guys.
This
What do you
trip's
mean?
gonna
We
miss
are
out
serious.
this chat, y'all.
Yeah, we're being serious.
Jokes.
We're being serious. We're being serious. Shut up!
I would be a different person if I didn't have this money.
Of course you would be. Of course. Objectively. Money changes you exponentially. Less stress, more access to everything. I feel like they're gonna say no. They're gonna say no. They're gonna be like, no, I would be the same regardless. Are you kidding me? No.
3, 2, 1, go.
Liars, 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 liars. Or they're just that disconnected.
If I have money or not, I'm still the same person.
No,
I always preach on my social media, just be
Incorrect.
authentic and be you, and
Incorrect.
people will love you for who you are.
No, that is not how life works. Incorrect. You don't even know how life works. You're a victim. She's a victim. So that's a fact. Let's be real.
I think for me, when I didn't have money and I was living at my parents' house, I had a lot of mental health issues. I was depressed and I was suicidal. And I think having the money to be able to move
At least that's honest.
myself out of that environment completely changed my life. Having money has boosted my confidence so much, just in a way where I have.
Yeah, because like you can't fail. Like you have a lot of money. It doesn't matter if people like you or not. You're still fucking living lavish.
A nose job, so I was able to do that. And I used to look in the mirror every single day and just cry and cry and cry because I thought I was so ugly. And having money now to be able to live wherever I want, live with whoever I want, and being able to, change things about my appearance. So I think that money completely changed my life, and without it, my personality wouldn't even be the same. Because when I was younger and I was in that toxic household where my parents were arguing about money every single day, that made me such a negative person. I was not the optimistic, positive person that I am today. And I think that having money and getting myself out of that has completely changed my personality.
I would agree money gives you a lot of opportunities. It allows you to afford a lot of things, get out of different environments.
Yes.
And I want that experience for everyone. So I love that you were able to take care of not only your family, but how your confidence is and allows you to hold your head higher. I love that for you. I think there's a saying.
I hate when someone says I love that for you. Pisses me off.
That money doesn't change you. It amplifies who you already are. If you're usually a selfish person, you're gonna think everybody sees you for the money for the most part.
Isn't this? I feel like this is part of her like sell, right? Like, isn't she like try to sell consulting bullshit to people? So
You're gonna think everyone needs to owe you. If you're a cocky person, you're gonna make the money define who you are.
Just to kind of piggyback off of what you said, I genuinely feel like I'm the same kid as I was when I started programming at the age of 9. Like just a hardworking kid that wanted to make something out of himself.
Okay.
Feels if I was just in college right now, I would still be like working hard at school, trying to improve myself. I'm still the same guy. I might dress a little bit nicer and eat better.
Bro, I don't know. You would be a different person because everything in your life, if you were poor, life is harder and more stressful. It's just a fact. You'd be a mess. She's a guru, you think? Yeah, if she's a guru, like that sounds like that's a guru speak. I love that for you. I love that for you. Oh, I graduated high school. I love that for you. It just comes off as like you're a fucking loser. Let me tell you how you graduated from high school. I just got my master's in college. I love that for you. You know what? I'm a millionaire, bitch. Whoa! That's how the energy that I feel like comes out of that. But
food, but fundamentally the same kid.
Yeah, I 100% agree with what you're saying that
Have a good flight.
Your fundamentals stay the same. But to say you were the same person when you were 90 till
Papa got your bald head looks good, and I love you for that. I would love that for you. Stop.
you were now, right? I mean,
Sorry.
like, your fundamentals stay the same. But to say you were the same person when you were 90 till you were now, right? I mean, like, I feel like, I don't know, maybe there's an alternate version of yourself that wasn't successful. If you go look at that, have a conversation with that person, you can't say, oh, me and him are the same. I feel like
True.
he strongly disagrees a bit too harsh.
The crypto guy's spitting facts.
Like, I feel like experiences have definitely shaped your being, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of where I would be at. Like, I feel like, yes, I still am the same.
That's very fair.
Yeah, I feel like I still am the same person. Like, I still like the same things, but like he said, experience does 100% shape you. Like, the people you're around, that rubs off. And right now, my best friends in high school are like cracking like 100 beers a day and like posting on their Snapchat story. It's like, I would be with
100 beers. A lot of, they must make a lot of money too.
Down right now. So I would 100% not be the same person. Now I'm doing.
Bro, if I was making tons and tons of money, especially what I'm doing right now, where like I'm not like working a whole lot, bro, I would be having like fucking weekend trips, going places constantly, and then I would just vlog it, and then I would hire an editor, and I would just have them post it on a channel, like a lifestyle channel with my wife. That's what I would be doing, bro. I wouldn't give a fuck. Are you kidding me? I would just make money. It would just be easy. Money.
Doing different things.
That's a really,
because I'm fortunate. Like, I'm already in like a public eye. So if I was really successful at YouTube, I would be able to translate some of that success down to like another channel, and boom. It'd be making money. I go on vacation, pay for itself. It'd be fucking insane.
good example. So I feel as if although the experience would be different, as an individual, I genuinely feel I'm the same guy. Always worked hard. I mean, I have immigrant parents. I always had a little bit of a burden on my head. It transitioned very organically for me to become an entrepreneur. And I think,
bro, if I was macking, guess what I'd be going? I'd be going to fucking Japan this weekend. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn.
I think that's the difference. But that's why I also had to go to disagree in terms of, actually, maybe I'll go to somewhat disagree.
I had a question. You've been talking about work ethic a lot, but do you think that it's changed your confidence or the way you view certain things? Like, aside from work, do you think it's changed you?
Work ethic, I think, is single-handedly the most important thing when it comes to any success in life. Like, I used to be a very chubby and overweight guy. I got my shit together and dropped my ignorance, did all the research, and I ended up getting in a really good shape. So that all really just comes from your work ethic at the end of the day.
As a society, the number one thing we chase is money, because money is what all of our problems kind of lie under, what the bills lie under, what just living a life lies under, what eating lies under. And so for a lot of people, they don't have the opportunities, they don't have the freedom, they don't have the breathing room. So every single day is just chasing money and living paycheck to paycheck. When you do have money, you can take this.
Yeah, they have a Disney in Japan. They do. I would go there.
Step back and be like, okay.
But like, I'm gonna be real with you, because listen, I'm very white American. Like, I am the literal embodiment of an American person. I was playing Overwatch the other day with a friend of mine and like 3 other people, and I was talking publicly, and I was talking to people, and the guys were like, "Are you American?" They were like, one of them, I forgot where they were from. They're from other countries. I didn't internalize it. And I was like, yeah, I am. And I was just loud, boisterous, I'm obnoxious, I'm fun. And at the end of it, they're all like, oh, I really like playing with the American because he's funny, right? The reason I say this is because if I went to any other country, I don't really want to go to another country necessarily. I want to go to like that country's version of what they think white people are. Hey, I'm going to Japan for Disney. All right, well, here's where you're going to stay. And everybody speaks English, and we have Americanized sushi because I'm American. Like, sushi there's no way that they have cream cheese and sushi in Japan, right? Like, that's an American thing. Salmon and cream cheese, that's like literally a Jewish sushi roll. And I'm Jewish a little bit, I have as much Jew in me as my mother did when she was making me. But like, that's where I want to go. I can't handle going to a whole other culture and shit. I can't do it. I'm too set in my ways. I need like the performative, like, this is what Japan is like for an American. That's where I want to. I'm just being honest with you. Okay?
Well, that's taken care of. Let me focus on me. Let me focus on my relationships. Let me focus on repairing things. So I think that's a really big privilege that I think we do have. And I think it's subjective to all of us. Like, we all have different experiences. So I think money has changed people, but I think the connotation is always a bad thing. And that's why people fight so hard for, money hasn't changed me. But I think even when money does change you, it can be for good.
Exactly.
And so I think it's just subjective to how we feel individually about it.
I feel like all of us are very like open to conversation and no one's arrogant or like being rude. So very happy. I was a little scared walking into this. Were you guys? Was anyone else scared?
Yeah, I was terrified.
Oh, there was SFX going on in my ear going, that was my heart.
We call that the King engine.
Was my heart. I was nervous. 100%. I was like,
agree.
Mom,
I agree. I'm not shy, but I'm like scared of what other people think of me in a way.
Overall, it's been pretty great.
That's what a unique experience
So far, so excited for the rest.
So far, reset.
you're like, girl,
What's the next question?
I'm Fiona. I'm a founder and CEO. I'm also a YouTuber. So I started making money at the age of 8 from acting and modeling.
Oh, that's hard work.
Then I started making more money at the age of 10 from YouTube. By the age of 18, I became a millionaire through YouTube AdSense, sponsorships, my brand, and now it is expanding a lot. So it's growing quickly, which is really insane. And I'm still 19. I'm still a teenager.
I am lonely. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. Here we go. We're lonely. We can't find somebody because they just want our money.
Forget y'all.
I think, like, in a work aspect, no, I'm not lonely. Yeah. In a personal aspect, absolutely. Like,
They're just young and haven't found partners yet. Now we're gonna talk about being lonely.
Like, a lot of my friends, we don't do the same things. I love them to death. They have great morals. They're great people. But like mentally wise, it's very different. And like, I just feel different. I feel lonely.
I prefer being kind of alone.
Oh, me too. I've grown to like it.
I enjoy it a lot.
I enjoy
to be honest with you. Like sometimes I literally just want to go out at night and just drive alone or just be in my house alone. I'm kind of an antisocial person because I was forced to be like that as a young kid because people did not like me. They bullied me. They did not want to spend time with me. So I guess I kind of
the wrong one. Hold on.
molded me into being like preferring to be alone. It's hard to find like-minded 18, 19, and 20-year-olds.
And actually, I was gonna say.
Well, because you're a millionaire. So that's probably why you're having a problem identifying that. Yeah.
Being in this room right now, that completely, I was like,
that's like the
you know
first
what?
time I don't feel lonely. Like all my friends are 24, 25, 26,
Yeah,
27.
Same. Oh my god.
They're all about to have like kids, and I'm
My
like,
friends are getting married.
yeah, you
I'm
know?
like, what the?
Kids.
It's like the first time I've been able to have like an educated conversation with someone my age. Like usually an 18, 19-year-old's like, yeah, dude, college party, man, tonight. Like, let's go. Like, you know,
No, I
this
feel
is like
lonely
cool.
in that sense too. I think when it comes to actually having friends, I ain't got no friends.
I ain't got nobody.
Because there's always a difference. I mean, if you're talking about, it gets to the point if I want to hang out with my friends, then I'm the one paying for everything, and it's a really difficult position for me. Like one of my biggest prayers.
Bro, this woman is literally like on her This is a problem. This woman has sacrificed comfortability. She's like 16, she's a child. Well, I guess not a child, a teenager, whatever. This person here, this young person here, has sacrificed comfortability to look nicer. Oh, I got my high heels on, bro. Who gives a fuck? I'm sitting here in a pair of underwear, basketball shorts, and a fucking gay shirt, okay? Representing, baby. I don't care how I look. Ridiculous. What are you doing? You're gonna destroy your body just for that. This is what happens. This is what happens when people get so obsessed with fucking beauty culture.
To the point if I want to hang out with my friends, then I'm the one paying for everything, and it's a really difficult position for me. Like one of my biggest prayers that I've been praying for like the last year is for God to introduce me to girlfriends, like friends that are
Wow, look, you have all these girlfriends here that you can be friends with, and this guy.
girls that are doing the same thing I'm doing. They're doing really well. I think it's awesome.
Is his name Dylan? It sounds like he looks like a Dylan.
That, we're all in this room.
I'm happy that we all did this. Yeah.
So you guys aren't lonely? Like you don't like to be lonely?
Yeah.
Like
I
feel like I thought you were gonna be like you're a
They're
crypto
just
trader.
flexing on
Like,
us.
Yeah.
I mean, like I enjoy my own.
I have Discord, so I'm fine. I mean, every crypto trader has Discord.
Company, I love just spending time myself, going to walk, etc. But like, I have big networks of other like-minded crypto people and different traders. So I'm blessed in that sense. Like maybe some of you were saying, like I know you were saying that you don't have people you could talk to about like your age who are like into the forex industry. And I feel like I'm surrounded with a lot of people. Maybe they are older, but I don't mind that. I don't mind having friends who are 24, 25, 26.
You don't? I do.
I don't.
So I feel like they don't have the same problems as me.
It's weird to have friends that old at your age, but
Like, you know what I mean?
I guess not that much if it's like a work friend.
I mean, like I'm like still trying to find like my first girlfriend that's gonna last more than
Yeah, but
a
they
year.
were 17 once, right? Or they were 17, 18 once. So
Yeah,
you
but
talk to them, then they
it's
would
not.
have-
It's different when you're not in the same because they look
Aaron.
at you different.
They
They
look
look
at
at
you
you
like
as
a
like a
AA Ron over here.
son. Or, like that's my relationship with my older
seriously?
friends. Like they're my mentors. I look up to them for business advice. But there's a little bit of a personal disconnect that I feel. And I'm surprised you guys don't feel that. That's why I'm so shocked.
Do you guys think you had a childhood?
No.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah.
That fucking person that was forced to do beauty pageants certainly didn't have a childhood.
No.
Not really.
I don't think I had a childhood.
No,
I also think
I feel
I
like
forced myself to not have a childhood because I was just always like, I need to become somebody and I need to take care of my family.
If you didn't have a childhood, that means your parents pushed you to do whatever you're doing now. So
So like,
It was and wasn't.
That's just always me.
I mean, I think I always had like an underlying pressure being from an immigrant family to always like try to succeed. But I mean, I think I had a great childhood. I mean, I have 2 older sisters that I spent time with. I played basketball, did track, did the whole 9 yards. And then I think my childhood really ended probably when I was like in 7th grade. After that, I just was focused a lot on business.
Yeah, no, I'm grateful for the childhood like I had, but I don't think it's traditional whatsoever.
Oh,
like
agreed.
it's so
Well, yeah, 'cause you're millionaires.
different. Like I put like every element of myself online for people to judge, and it was hard. It was really hard, but
Sure.
I still had fun. Like I definitely did stupid things,
yeah.
which I'm so grateful for. I look back and I'm like, yeah, okay, I had fun still, which is really what matters to me.
Would you trade your money for your childhood?
No.
I thought
Of course not. At least they're honest.
no.
Really?
I thought about it.
What's that Indian guy's name who sings like songs really well? Like I want to see his cover of "I'm Feeling Lonely."
Me, I didn't really have very much of a childhood because my parents were
Really?
working from morning to night. So that's why I went online to seek a community and people to talk.
Well, that's like typical. Like my mother used to work like 12 hours a day. And then she would do her best to hang out with me when she was not working, of course. But like that is still a childhood.
I would play games on my PC and stream that to talk to people, and that's where I am today. But that's also the reason why my mom lives with me now, is because I feel like she never got to raise me, and I never got a mother figure in my life. So that's kind of.
There's no way there has to be more than just like my mom and dad worked a lot. To not have a mother figure in your life, that's insane. There has to be more there.
Why I'm mending that relationship now, so that we both
There's
feel
probably
like,
a
you
lot
know,
more.
she was my parent.
I've thought about it. No, like definitely. Like
What about what?
sometimes, like when
What about what? Ron? What did you think about? What were you thinking? What's in your head?
and when I call like my friends that are in college and they're telling me like their biggest problem is like their history test, I'm like, dude, like,
Dude, I wish. My biggest problem is having an unlimited amount of funds.
please, bro, please make that my problem, like my biggest priority, you know? So sometimes when I think on that,
She was like talking about how her parents were not good parents. It's in some capacity, right? Whatever was going on, like a real shit. I get it. And this guy's like, yeah, sometimes I wish I just had to worry about history tests. My life's really hard. I was thinking, stop doing that, maybe, or just don't verbalize thoughts. I also like turtles. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here?
that standpoint, I definitely consider it. Like, yeah, the money's great, everything's great, but again, we all kind of talked about like how much do we value money. Like sometimes I do value the
Where the fuck is he coming from with this shit?
other things as well, like the actual personal
Damn, he's speaking over a person of color.
experiences. You know, I wouldn't mind being with my friends right now in the basement, you know,
Personally, I would rather grow up like not rich and then become rich.
watching sports and, you know, hanging out. Like I would
Did I watch the embarrassing claim to fame clip yet? What is that?
not mind that at all. Like, but you know, we make the hard decisions. That's the thing. We all make the hard decision, and you know.
I mean,
You didn't decide to be a millionaire. Your parents decided for you.
we're all faced with very tough challenges and problems.
Yeah.
But we also get the other half of that, which is all the success
Yeah.
and
My
money.
my back really hurts because I put my wallet in my back right pocket and it kind of throws off my spine's equilibrium and it's just fat stacks in my wallet of $100 bills.
Exactly.
Notoriety.
Comes with it. Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm an entrepreneur in the e-commerce space and a business consultant.
gonna push
For a great
you,
entrepreneur, you
but I don't want you to
definitely
get hurt.
have to be a kind of a to your own. You know, you have to be a person that is
You have to have your unlimited funds to be able to waste while you learn how to drop ship.
able to motivate yourself. Being able to be alone, a lot of people aren't able to not be social. So antisocial, I think, is kind of with it. Like when I see people that are entrepreneurs, if they can't be on their own, they are going to struggle.
Anyone can make
Back in my day, entrepreneurs used to be the guys that ran the hot dog trucks. Back in my day, I got to go to a hot dog truck. I fucking have not been there in a long time. Oh my God.
themselves a millionaire. 3,
What does that say? No, the answer is just no. Anybody could, technically, but it's just not going to happen unless your fucking mommy and daddy set you up for success.
2, 1, go.
Really? Oh, that's so high.
There's so much free advertising on YouTube. I
reason
think.
why-
Well, shut up. You're a victim, girl. You were forced to do beauty pageants. Shut up.
Yeah,
What's
go
your
ahead.
argument to say that not everyone can make themselves a millionaire? Is it
Because it's insane. You have to have you have to have really well-off parents that give you like unlimited access to opportunity.
the like non-equality thing or like?
Bro, they would never want to put me on any of these fucking panels because I would be dogging it. I would be going after everybody. I'd be like, "You're a fucking get the fuck out of here."
Versus
If you really look at the likelihood, you have to make $1,000 1,000 times, which is just insane. Like, I think everyone can try their hardest, but you won't always get the right exposure to have $1 million put into. You won't always get the right opportunities. It's easy for us because we've done it to be like, well, I did it, so anybody else can do it. But there are many people that do exactly what we do, but yet you are in the position you're in for a reason. There's a lot of people that build apps and have like a company surrounded by that. There's a lot of people that have done crypto and now their lives are in shambles.
Bro, I would just like your dad made you successful.
There's a lot of people that have done drop shipping and it was the worst thing they ever did.
This girl's look, you see this? How many times has she shifted her perspective? She doesn't even know what to think without her parents. But I'm sorry, I'm being a little too mean. But I mean, she's just like, oh, I've never heard point. I've never had to think before. I've never had counter thoughts. Maybe that's true. I've always thought this was easy, but now you've convinced me in the matter of a minute, which is, it's interesting. You know, everybody has a change of opinion at times, but it's like you've never been introduced to concepts. Like, holy fuck. Wow, good point. Like, I'm sorry for being a little too rude. I feel like I'm being a little too mean. I'm not trying to be like super mean. I'm just saying.
There's a lot of people that have built different companies and it was next to nothing. And there's millions and millions of bloggers on YouTube and it's amounted to nothing, even for me. I know so many people that trade and I'm like, it's going to be very hard for you to get to where I'm at because I traded and built a company, but to trade to $1 million is insane.
But it's still possible for them to do it, no?
Like possible for, I guess, if everybody could be a millionaire, if they had hyper-specific situations.
Became a member.
Thank you so much for the small gut, brother. If you had hyper-specific like scenarios that were applied to you, like your parents have a lot of money, and there's a ton of other that set you up for success. They push you in this direction, that direction, blah 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 blah. You're conventionally attractive, like all these different things.
Possible, but to say anyone.
But also
technically, like if you're looking at it at a standpoint, anybody can. You know?
The reason why, I also think I'm very privileged, to be honest with you, because I have like my mentor. He comes from like the projects.
Bro, stop moving. What is she doing?
Like from the projects.
That's all it took for you to move to the middle? Oh my God, you have no thoughts of your own at this point. Holy fuck, I'm so sorry.
And he's worth 9 figures. So for me, I go, if he came from that circumstance in life.
But I also think.
What are you talking about?
Like my mentor, he comes from like the projects. Like,
who cares? This is like survivor's bias where you're hyper focusing on my mentor. He came from the projects. He was poor. He built everything himself. He's so fucking lucky. That is an nth of a percent of fucking people that grow up in the projects. That's insane.
From the projects, and he's worth 9 figures.
Whoa.
So for me, I go, if he came from that circumstance in life.
But I also think that most of us are in the US and that's where a lot of money is made, but a lot of people don't get granted a visa to come here. Think about the people that don't have internet. They don't have the library to go to get the internet. And also think about the people that from their family situation, for some reason now they're homeless. And in order to, people always say, well then get a job, but in order to get a job, you need to be able to have a home address and not everybody has that. It's just those little things that we don't think about to even get to that first step of getting a job.
But here's the thing, right? Like you were mentioning earlier, you're basically saying that, oh, people's life are in shambles because of crypto or Forex, but it's very rare.
That is true.
Rarely the mistake of external factors. It's because they did a mistake along the way, right? They were.
No, you're an idiot. Like, objective. I'm sorry, but you're just dumb. It's their made a mistake along the way. You failed 20 times at fucking drop shipping, which means you spent thousands, if not tens of thousands, of your mommy and daddy's money. That is what happened there. Until you succeeded. And now you're saying if people failed, it's because of themselves and of their fault. You failed. The difference is mom and dad had enough money to make your failure a life lesson when there's other people who accidentally hit a fucking bump in the road and their tire flies off and they're fucked for a year. Hey guys, let me just save $20 a week every week and I'll have all this money. 3 weeks later, you have a $500 expense you cannot afford. That is just a fact. What are you saying? You don't even know. You're a child. You're like 18 years old. You don't know what you're talking about. It's their fault. They made mistakes. No, shut up. You're insanely disconnected from the reality of the world. It's just it blows my mind how like entitled you are. Oh my God. Shut up. Jesus Christ. Bro, get out of here. It's insane, dude. Oh my God. Okay, sure. You're right. I'm wrong. I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. Fuck it.
We're too reckless with the research and they just dumped all their money into it. I feel like the reason why I'm here, I wish there was maybe another one, but it's because I feel like it is possible, but depending on your circumstance, it can be exponentially harder, right? If you're like someone from like Ethiopia who has no internet access, for instance, then of course it's going to be so much harder, but it's still possible. I mean, if you like you're saying...
What? It's not just internet access. What the fuck are you talking about?
What do you recommend they should do? I think if you say like,
I don't know. If you don't know, don't say anything.
It's easier because I'm Nigerian. I recently just came from Nigeria. They get paid like $100 a month, and that's insane to them. So I feel like if you're gonna say, okay, well, if you don't have internet access, it's still possible. Give an example of how it's possible.
I know someone who's actually Nigerian.
They actually don't have internet access, and they don't have internet access, and they don't have the money for it to be able to dump shit and lose it.
Then there was a public library he went to, which was like 3 hours away, and he created cryptocurrency from that. So while I feel like,
wow, who cares?
To say it's impossible is too much, because I believe nothing in this universe is impossible.
No, that's
There's
true.
always a certain
go fly then.
extent where something can be achieved. I think, you know, even the most
It's so unrealistic that it is not possible.
crazy situation is 99.99% impossible, but nothing's 100% possible, right? So I feel like to say there's a type of person that can 100% can't be a millionaire is very rare.
But it's not about making money.
It just feels like a cope to say that like you're not like literally lucky as fuck to be rich.
There's a certain type of person that a millionaire. That's
a crazy thing to
completely
say.
different.
Yeah, but anything's possible.
I think, okay, if somebody asked you, right?
What is this, like a fucking Saturday morning cartoon show? Yeah, but anything's possible with fucking the power of friendship and love. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that this guy like mass consumes My Little Pony because he's a fucking crypto millionaire redditor. Like,
to put it in your terms, what is your prediction for Bitcoin, for example? You wouldn't tell them anything's possible. It could go to 100
actually, I know a Nigerian person, so shut up.
million.
No.
You would actually back it up with actual.
Krello, are you from Nigeria? I'm sorry. I'm being a fucking asshole. I'm sorry. I love you.
Like facts and statistics as to why. So when I think of just logically thinking, can anyone become a millionaire? It's like, you want to back that up. And if you say, I mean, yeah, they barely get paid and they don't live in a house and they're eating and drinking water from a river, but anything's possible. It's like, where do you think someone's going to magically come down and be like,
damn, she convinced the guy. Wow, that's a huge W. Okay, God bless. You know what? God bless. That me yelling is obviously not the right way to go.
This is how you're going to get from this level.
I think it's also a mindset. I think truly it's
No, it's not a mindset. It's a grind set, bro. You just have to fucking be in the grind set, and you can do whatever you want. We're in a matrix. Literally, opportunities will fall from the sky for you if you have the correct grind set mindset, dude. That's all you need.
mindset. Like you have to be mentally strong enough to go through the work,
You're a kid, you didn't do any real work. What is real work to you? Oh, I managed someone's Twitter. That's real work. Bro, what are you talking about? I was working at 12 years old. Like, I'm not trying to be like that, a yearn for the mines guy. But like 12 years old, I was like working for my uncle at a deli, working 12-hour days. You know what I mean? Like, and it was cool. It taught me a lot. It was great. I thought it was a fantastic experience for me to learn things like this, right? But like, what the fuck are you talking about? What were you doing? I was cutting bologna and fucking cheese and getting yelled at by people sometimes. What were you doing? I was, my mommy put me on social media and I got really rich, and everything has just been a guided pathway to fucking success. What are you talking about? Now I love deli meat, though. It's really good. So that's, got to get the trade-off. I'd rather really enjoy bologna and cheese than be a millionaire. Which I wouldn't, because bologna is so high in fat, you know? So.
you're all into something.
Pause. Can you choose a side, if you can?
It's a hard question.
No, I'm staying in the middle.
Okay.
Defend it.
Yeah. This woman is just like, well, I don't know, maybe she's just walking to help her feet not hurt so much.
I mean, I just haven't done research on third world countries, but if you, like, it is.
You don't have to. Every first world countries have this similar problem.
Possible. Like, again, you may have to take that 4-hour walk to that pop-up library with like one antenna or whatever the case may be. But again, it's possible.
Yeah, but
you just have to take a 4-hour walk to a pop-up library that might have Wi-Fi, and then what the fuck are you talking about?
at the same time, like, she shifted me on this side because what she said is 100% true. You know, it is theoretically possible. You know, just even though it isn't anyone can become a millionaire. You know, because like.
Well, if you get on the game show, you could.
0.001%.
But then you need to know worthless trivia.
Chance. Let's say you have the worst situation possible. Even though, you know, it is theoretically possible, in a real world scenario, that's not true. It's like saying, you know.
This guy shifted quick, dude. This is like average Reddit debater here.
You roll a dice and then it lands on the edge instead of any other number, while there's like a really small probability. At the same time, you can't say, oh yeah, it's possible, you know, because it's like such a small chance, which is why I'm more on this side now.
Yeah, I think I just recently took a trip back to Vietnam, and my parents immigrated from there, and I think I just realized that you guys are talking about these online services make money, but a lot of places don't even have banks. They run on.
But then sometimes America just goes to your country and takes their resources anyway. So you. Oh, you have a continent that's incredibly rich with very, very expensive minerals and different gold and silver. Well, what if you didn't anymore? And then we just swoop in the freedom plane and then crash in there. Oh, what is it called? Blood diamonds? No, regular diamonds. Let's not talk about how we got them. Let's not even bring it up. But just so you know, it doesn't matter where you live, you could become a millionaire. All you have to do is overcome colonization, the fucking robbing of your resources. And but those guys that colonize you, they will add they will make sure that you are of the Christian religion. So basically, I mean, you lose a lot of money, but you become religious. Fucking win-win, frankly, for everybody. You've got it. You did it. Just hope that you don't get that priest that had a few problems in the United States and they shifted him around until there are too many claims against him fucking around with kids, and then he put you in the third world country. Hopefully you don't get that priest. But hey, listen, despite all those factors that could be negatively impacting you, I mean, you probably, there's a chance you could become a crypto millionaire. It's incredible stuff.
Cash.
Do you need a bank to be a millionaire?
Yes?
No, because cash.
What?
But then how are people going to, in those countries,
that's true.
make money to be a millionaire?
Then maybe the way to become a millionaire from one of those countries is get out of the country.
Oh, just make a boat, idiot. Just build a boat and just sail across the ocean. I don't know.
But you can't just get out of the
I
country.
understand
I'm
that.
somebody
No, you don't.
that had to wait 2
is
years.
hard.
Yeah, I'm somebody that had to wait like 2 to 3 years to be able to get my visa, and now I'm granting my employees' visas, my parents' visas, and it's a very difficult
I hope someone's like, yeah, but you could just come in illegally through the border. Okay, that's why we need a wall. Someone say it, please. It'd be just so
People
funny.
sit there and wait on their computers and pray one day that they can win the lottery for the
visa
visas,
lottery,
and
yeah.
that changes
That's
people's
hard.
lives. But a lot of people on that day are just, they don't get their visas, and they realize, you know, this is going to be my life for the rest of my life, and it's very hard on them.
Yeah, because America's strict.
So I know a lot of immigrants myself that
I don't care.
have came to the States or other countries or immigrant.
You just admitted that you're like like from India, and that like they're the richest people that come from America. The reality is that like there's like the model immigrant or whatever it's called. When it comes to a lot of countries, especially ones with like people that we'll take the richest people from those countries before anybody else. It's like, so like I know a lot of immigrants. Okay, you know probably a lot of people who had a lot of money that were able to get they got their fast pass on their like visa to get into the country easier because they had a lot of money already. And of course, America's like, yeah, we want those people to take their money with them into our country. No shit.
From one place to the other and built massively successful businesses, and a lot of that stems from the work ethic part. That's why I'm so big on it. I think it's very brutal in every way, shape, or form to run a business regardless of where you're from. I think it's a lot easier in the States, of course, but I really just hold the belief in my heart very, very strongly that anyone can do anything that they want regardless of the circumstances.
Well, I also enjoy My Little Pony, so.
If you have the will and the power and the drive to do so.
It isn't just about a mentality
It's
issue.
still
Oh yeah, but come on, you can't be.
That's what we're going with over here.
I don't want to tell someone that they have no chance.
Yeah,
Everyone has
that's
a chance.
No chance, no, but it's close to
miracles
no,
happen.
infinitesimally close to no chances.
Yeah, but that's not none.
We've all experienced different parts of life, very privileged parts of life. I think it's very hard to speak on something unless you've been there. I've been to the village in Nigeria. I've seen how difficult it is. When you see it live, then you realize just how difficult it is and just how privileged we are. So it's easy for us to be like, they could just start oil or steel or whatever. But then another thing you have to think of is the government, you know, and the different patriarchy systems and just how they run.
Yeah.
And I fully believe, same thing, whatever you put your mind to, you can do. I'm a firm believer in that. But I also I'm very open and knowledgeable to the fact that where we are at and the fact that we are teen millionaires, and that's a title because it's so rare, just goes to show the fact that it's vastly, vastly impossible for many people.
To that point of like wherever you put your mind to, your confidence is shattered when you fail and you have no recovery method. So that's just not even really true. Like it's hard to maintain that mindset after you lose everything. Like one of them losing 10 grand means nothing to them. But if somebody else lost 10 grand, that would be their life savings and they would be over for them. So like the mindset goes away when you fail profoundly.
It's crazy that how similar, I feel like we all have like similar experiences, even though we all come from different backgrounds.
Yeah, I was shocked a lot of times that my opinion shifted halfway through the conversation because I realized, oh, I didn't see it in that light.
I have met a lot of successful people, but nobody my age. And just to meet these people, they're a great group of people. We all click so well, and we're honestly thinking of planning a trip.
Yeah, we heard you. All right, interesting video. I think I just learned the